Well, hello and welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and I hope that there's somebody to keep me company this evening. I'm sorry that I'm rather late, but the clock in my room has stopped, and I was looking at the clock behind the camera, and according to it, it's 10 to 7. And I thought, oh, I've got plenty of time, and then I looked over here and I thought, it's 2 minutes to. So sincere apologies. Thank you, Jilly. Let me just check the sound, because sometimes if I don't edit it from here mechanically, sometimes I can get a bit excited and then it's a bit too loud. So just bear with me 1 second while I just adjust the sound, give our friends a chance to get in and find us. There you go. Let me just bring that down a little bit. Sometimes when I get excited, there, that's better. Okay, I think now it'll be a little bit less, it won't spike so much. So if I'm a bit loud, then you can turn me down. Thanks for joining me. It's good to have your company. Jilly's in the room with you if you have any questions. It's happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends. In fact, I was going to come out here about an hour ago, and then the phone rang just as I was going to write a blog. Then I was going to come out, just about to do that. Phone rang, and it was Mark and Alex from California, wishing us a happy Thanksgiving. And then, of course, I had a choice. I either said to my son, who I don't speak to very often, not at the moment, he's got things going on, and so have I either said to him, sorry, Mark, but I've got to go and practice drawing some shepherds and 3 wise men, or I decided to chat to my son. And your guess is exactly right. I decided to listen to Mark and Alex tell me about their newlyweds, and they told me all about what's going on in California, and they went away for the weekend and they had a lovely time, and it's just all very lovely. And I enjoyed half an hour of catching up with Mark and Alex. It was great. So the sound is better, says Julie. Yeah, sometimes I just need to bring it down a little notch here. We're using the older version here. We've got Mark 2, so to speak, at Clarity Towers. But here in my little art studio, it still works fine though. It works great. So how is everybody? How are you? How has your day been? How's the weather? It's very cold again here. It's very cold. Well, it is nearly December, You made the right decision. I think so too, Catherine. I do think so. Jackie says, right decision. Hello, Ken. Nice to have your company. Come on in, everybody. Been a very busy day. I went over to my mum's. I went over to see mum today, and hustling and wheeling and dealing on the way over there, wheeling and dealing on the way back. All good. It was nice to spend a couple of hours with mum, and yeah, it's just important. I'm getting my priorities right. I mean, businesses, we're very busy. We've got the Grey Friday sale at the moment. Tomorrow it really kicks in. We're taking it up a level tomorrow. So I hope you haven't all spent up, because tomorrow, if you're a stamper, it's a good one. It's been very cold, Jane. Hello, love. Yeah. So if you have any questions, of course, we've got loads of experts in the building, and Jilly. If you're looking for anything in the sale, I'm sure they'll be able to help you. What else? Yeah, and we are illustrating, we are doodling, we are keeping each other company, and at the moment we're on N for Nativity. And let's give our friends a couple of minutes to catch us, and then we could get started. It's quite nice to draw the Nativity. We started out with a stable, didn't we? And then we drew Jesus and Joseph and Mary on Monday. It's quite nice. We're trying to keep it simple, and we're using this lovely set that I treated the family to, this family heirloom years ago. What was amazing, we're using these as inspiration, you know, but what's really amazing is how many of you have got the same set. That makes sense, doesn't it? So come on in, and then we'll just give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll have a go. I've got to waffle a little bit because I've only drawn 2 shepherds and a sheep, a lamb. That's it. So if we move too fast and we end up on the 3 wise men, then I am seriously winging it because I haven't had time. Do you want to see where my life? Normally I'm really well prepared, you know, but recently, look. Do you want to see my my notes, my prep for today? Hang on, watch this. Thursday, shepherds, 3 wise men. There was a time I used to write exactly what I was going to think about, what I was going to talk about, what was coming up, what to plan for, and that's as far as I get nowadays. Shepherds and the 3 wise men, just in case I wasn't sure how many of them there were. My nativity set are ones I have created over the years, knitting them myself. Oh, how nice. We'd love to see those, Judith. Can you put them on? Can we have a show of your hand-knitted nativity set on Clarity Worldwide, please, darling Judith? That would be brilliant. Is that a Christmas cactus? Yeah, check that out. Isn't that an amazing thing? Huh? I know. Absolutely beautiful. Every year, year on year, twice a year, I think, actually. Isn't that great? Yeah. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look, and then we can carry on chatting while can't we? We can carry on chatting while we're drawing. So let's see what we did, and let's see where we're going, shall we? Oh, all right then. Right, so we've got the stable. Let's have a look at the stable. Right, so we did the stable, and he's got a bit of tracing paper. Right, so we're going to keep him there because that's the sort of size we're working on. I made him a little bit bigger. Look, I put an extension on. Yeah, I put a bit of an extension on. No planning permission required. So we added a bit. All you need to join in the SHAC, and you know this, all you need is a pencil, a rubber. I use a couple of different rubbers, and I think I've got a feeling I might be using these quite a lot tonight. And some tracing paper and low tack tape. This is all in the sale, you know, friends. Just saying. And so we've got a pencil, rubber, and then what we're going to do, you see, we're going to draw our friends. First of all, we did our Joseph and Mary. So this was Joseph and Mary. That's where we got to. That was just a little. So this is what we actually did. So we did the fingernail ones first, which I think we might do the shepherds like that too. Okay, look, fingernails. It works really well. Easy. They sit in there quite nicely, which is why we took a piece of A4 tracing paper and we cut it into quarters so that we could kind of get it inside. And that means then, for example, I can move my composition around, can't I? See, so I've done a couple of versions, and then I took, when I was reversing one of the versions, then see that one there, for example, when I wanted to put the graphite, the pencil on the back, of course, I put it on a bit of copy paper, and then just for fun, I did a bit of shading. So there we are. Very simple. Okay, but it'd be nice. It's nice to do. And so what I want to do now, oh, and what we did was, just to make it easier on ourselves, we and Jim, he sorted this out. Just bear with me a second, because if I go to here, hey, Now you can see where we drew it from. So we managed to get this little screen in the corner, and then it makes it so easy for me to draw and for you to draw, doesn't it? And today, looky, I know. So now we got 2 shepherds as well. So that was yesterday's, and then that was Mark 1, that was Mark 2, and then today I decided to do, there you go, so there's these little fellas. Right, so this is my fingernail ones. These are the real simple ones, right? So they kind of tie in, don't they? The same sort of style, do you see? So I thought, there you go, fingernails. Just think fingertips. Just think of a nice fingernail, and that's the body. It's really easy like that. And then we'll do the other bit. So how do you fancy that then? If we do that, I've got to go over here then. If we do that, then we could just draw I'll tell you what I'll do, just so that I'll take that away, so that when we draw these little guys to begin with, we just draw them out of our heads, just to get the idea of drawing independently, a proper little independent doodle. Okay, and then when we've done that and we're comfortable, we're in the zone, and that's our little warm up, then once we've done that, then we'll go again and we'll draw the sheep and the headdress and all that jazz. How does that sound? Fancy that? Good. How are you? You okay? Back to the chat. How you doing, friends? Good. It's good to see you all chatting among yourselves. I like that. A lot of you watch on YouTube, but I'm told, I have it on good authority, that you can join in the chat on Facebook as well, apparently. I didn't know that, but that's what I'm told. It's what Jim tells me. So apparently you can see if somebody's on Facebook or on YouTube. Yeah, you can. So am I right in thinking then, Clive Welsh, there's a little red mark. I can't see that far away, but we've got lots of F for Facebook. And then there's a Clive Welsh, there's a little red mark, which I can only assume. Yeah. They're Angela Wright, see, evening all, a little red mark. So does that tell us, Angela, that you're on YouTube? Is that right? Be really interesting. It's a learning curve, all this, isn't it? Since Create and Craft folded in Oundle, it's interesting to see how quickly everybody's learning to work on Facebook. Yeah. Really interested. I mean, we've been doing the SHAC for a long time, friends. So, but even so, now my business hinges on it. Clarity, it relies very, very heavily now on Facebook. Cool, we're learning fast, I tell you. I'm on YouTube. There you go. So, Angela, I really am chuffed about that, because I always thought, and I bet a lot of people did, if you're watching on YouTube, then you can't join in the banter with Facebook. But check this out. So, Angela, can you see all the Facebook banter as well? I'm using Angela here as a guinea pig. So I've seen Angela say, I'm on YouTube. Yeah. So now I need Angela to say, yes, and Clive's on YouTube. Right. So we've established that little red mark is a YouTube sign. Okay. So now tell us whether Clive and Angela, can you see what Ken Kilminster's saying, or Sue Stone or Pauline Stewart? Can you see what they're saying too? I'd really like to know that, because it looks to me like there's a conversation going on here. Same on YouTube. I can't see the banter on Facebook, unfortunately. Ah, right. But we can see yours. So am I the only one is it only me that can see all the banter? Is that right? I'd really like to know that. So at this point, Jilly, can you see the people that are on YouTube, or is it only me that can see that in the chat here, on this particular platform that we use? You can't see YouTube. I don't think so. Okay. It's only me that can see everybody. Well, that's not a bad thing. But I'll let you know now, right, that I can see both of you. So it's not just Facebook, it's YouTube too. I just needed, now I understand that you can't see each other. Oh. See, there's no manual that comes with this stuff. You have to kind of hit and hope and figure it out. So what we've just established is that you can comment on Facebook and you can have a banter on Facebook, and you can also have a banter on YouTube. But the two platforms can't banter together. However, Jilly and I can see both of you on our platform. Interesting. Yeah, there you go. Learning curve. Every day is a school day. You know, and like I said, for us, that's really key to know. You know, it's really key to know. Our business hinges on this. It certainly does. Now, let's have a look at these shepherds. I'll show you what I've done. And I really like these two. All right, you ready? So there's my little shepherds. I know, they're so cute. So there's my fingernail. There's a finger and a thumb for the two, for Mary and Joseph, right? And then I went with two shepherds. Is there something wrong, Dave?
No. I thought you might need these to catch those sheep.
Oh, how lovely. Right. So Dave.
So that.
Come in here and come on.
Well,
come and say
hello.
hello.
About that.
Right, so here's Dave.
Evening all.
So let's have a look. So these are shepherd's crooks. Did you know that my husband David, this is Dave, these are my friends on Facebook and on YouTube. We just had a little epiphany.
I know.
Right. So Dave is a shepherd. Well, he was.
Yeah.
And he comes from a long line of farmers, don't you, dear?
Yes, I do, darling.
And this,
that was
look
my
at that.
That was my grandfather's from Scotland. Well, I don't know how old that one is.
Look at this. Cool, look at all the dust.
Oh, don't look at that.
Thanks for dusting it off, Dave. So this one is from Scotland. Let me come into the handle. The shepherd's crook.
See the thistle on there?
Look at that. Isn't that
made
beautiful?
From a ram's horn as well. And this part here would be from a deer antler.
Is it?
Yep.
And what sort of wood is that?
That's hazel.
Hazel?
Yep.
And that is from a ram's horn?
Yeah.
Isn't that a lovely thing?
This one I had made, which is also a ram's horn with my name on it.
Oh, check this out. So in a minute, we're going to ask you how these work. So David, James, Rowe.
Yeah, and that's also ram's horn, and this is hazel.
This is hazel. Do they always make shepherd's crooks out of hazel then?
It's good. It grows very straight, and it's ideal for the job.
So how do you use, what's the point of one of these? I know it's
well, you can direct sheep by pointing the stick at them, but you can also catch them round the neck.
Mind my gear.
Oh, mind your Christmas cactus. So that would catch them round the neck. Like, well, I won't do it to you. That wouldn't go well.
Okay, so if you grab them and pull them back.
Yeah, if you need to catch one because he's a miscreant or he's lame or.
Okay.
So this one's more of a show one nowadays, obviously.
But it's lovely because you can see all the
That's probably 100 years old. This one.
Is it really?
Oh, it must be at least. And this.
I feel like we're on Flog It.
Yeah, what did you value this at? About £3.
Now, if it hadn't had all the dust and dirt on it, I would have said it would be worth thousands. But as it is, 50p.
I'll take it with
we watch Flog It, don't we? And then you say, oh, you see, because it's got a little chip in it. If it hadn't had this little chip in it, it would have been worth about £4,000. But as it is, it's about £3. And then the other, would you be all right if we put a little prudent reserve on it of £2.50? Oh, gutted. And the old girl with that she's had it in her family. She probably bought it
boot
a
sale.
boot sale. But it's been in the family for 500 years. And you get over the roof. Then we sit and watch and go, gutted.
Anyway, that's your.
Okay, we'll leave him here just
Yeah,
in case I
I've
run
got-
out of
I've
things to
also got
talk
one in
about.
I've got one in the truck, which is a leg crook. Do you want to see that?
A leg crook.
A leg
Have
crook,
you?
yeah, which is much narrower, and that's where you catch them around the leg.
Why have you got that in the car, Dave? You stopped farming
Okay.
about 20 years ago.
I use it as a walking stick when my knee gives up.
Can we have a look at it, please?
Yeah, I'll have to go. I'll be a few minutes.
Do you want to take both of these to help you down the
No,
stairs?
carry on.
Okay, sorry about that, friends.
Little farming interlude.
Little.
Support your local farmers, please.
That is getting militant.
Well, someone needs to.
Someone needs to. Have you seen the dirt all over your jumper where you went and got those? It's covered it in cobwebs. That's the dining room, friends. Okay, so Dave's just off to go and get a leg crook. Oh, very interesting, huh? Okay, right. So he'll be back in a minute. But here are the shepherds. We decided to go with 2 of them. Are we okay with that? Yes. I think 2's good. 2's a good number. If we have a look at the guys over here, we've got 3. So actually, I've got a better idea. Okay. What we'll do is we'll put them up here so they're closer to you. Look, I've got it all organised. These little guys have seen more action in the last week because I took them to work with me. I took them to work with me. I'll tell you what, I'll put the light one on there so you can see them better against the cactus. I've got 3 going. So we got one with a little kindling. Look, we got one with a little sheep, and then we got the crooks. See, they've all got crooks, and it was weird because when I was drawing these 2, until I put the crooks in. Actually, that crook looks a bit weird. That would hurt a neck, wouldn't it? Let's do that. There you go. Until I put the crooks in, they could have been Joseph. They could have been. You see what I mean?
The crooks.
The crooks.
Crooks around.
The crooks. There's certainly a lot of crooks around. Oh, don't get me started.
So this, my friends.
Oh, look, it's different.
This is
This
called
is interesting.
a leg crook or leg cleek.
Is it? How do you spell that then? C.
Leek.
Do you?
Yes. And so you catch them around the leg with that. You see how small that is.
Is that hazel too then?
This is hazel, yeah.
But that's completely out of wood.
Yeah, this one's entirely wood, and I also had this one made. But I've cut it down a bit so I can use it as
a walking stick.
It's beautiful.
This is a nice one. It's got some substance. Doesn't it feel lovely?
It's beautiful, isn't it? That's hazel. You can see.
I mean, try and get that around my leg. You wouldn't have a lot of luck, would you? Look, you couldn't even get your arm in
there. But remember.
Oh, that was exciting. I remember. Was that what you were doing?
Okay. Have fun.
Thanks, Dave. So that was a leg cleek. CL
Leg
double
crook, or, yeah.
cleek. You reckon it's CLE, or are you making it up as you go
I'm
along?
send you a message in a minute.
Okay. A leg crook with his crooked leg.
That's it. And you catch them around the leg. That way in there. Okay.
Thanks, Dave, for that little intermezzo. It reminds me of a swan neck. Yeah. Very elegant, isn't it? Yeah. So one of the things I love about Dave, actually, and because we come from such different worlds, you know, he comes from a real agricultural farming world, and I come from a town, really, city, London, you know, very, yeah, not countryside, really, not from when I was a child. And it's in his DNA, you know, he comes from a long line of farmers, and it's just in his blood. He's got he doesn't realize it, he's got such a knowledge of the countryside. You know, you'd be walking through the countryside with him, and he'll say, you know, he just says this tree and that tree and that tree, and that's why that's growing there, and that's why they've done that to that, and he misses nothing. You could be driving to work at 7 in the morning, and he's got eyes all the way around. He sees what's going on in that field. He sees what's going on with that farmer. He knows all the farmers. He knows who lives where. He knows all the scandals, all the gossip. He knows who You know, who's good? He's good. You get logs off him, and it's really unbelievable. And if I dare say it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't turn me on, but I find it very stimulating. You know, it's like it really is stimulating because it's so refreshing to be with somebody who has such an appreciation and knowledge of our earth and our countryside. You know, it's good. Yeah, really good. So there you go. And don't get him started on what's going on with the farmers at the moment. Oh my word. Yeah, really. You know, he gets it because he was one and he comes from that world, you know, and he just, yeah, quite something. He'll get vocal, and Dave is the sort of bloke who he'll just listen and nod. You know, he's one of those guys, don't get involved. One of those, like my dad, don't get involved. But when it comes to this, it's like red rag to a bull time. Yeah, there you go. So it's interesting to see how this now stimulates so much conversation. I love it. I love it. Now, let's see. So back to these little shepherds. Shall we try and draw them? Shall we? Okay. So what we're going to do is these are quite nice. I like these. So I've already take a piece of tracing paper, cut it into 4. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll put this piece, we'll put our crib, even though they're not, I don't think that I'm going to put the shepherds inside. It'd be too busy. It'd be like pandemonium. If you got those 3 in there, and then you add this lot as well, I reckon we'll put them outside. You see what I mean? Although this isn't the same style, is it? They're more that sort of style. See, they work better. I think they'd be better off over here. Yeah, maybe put the sheep on the outside. See what I mean? He's leaning in that way. There, you see? So that's what I mean about composition. See how you could put them there? Yeah? Do you see what I'm getting at? You could even, look, watch. Because you're working on tracing paper, you've got those two different pieces like that. So you could turn that whole thing over now. And you could say, right, so I like them there like that. Now the sheet, see? So now you could put them there, couldn't you? Them there, like that. So that makes more sense to me that they would be there. I mean, you could put them in the back, you could put them there as well. See? Like that. So the sheep are closer. I mean, where are you going to put the 3 wise men? They've got to rock up as well. So there's going to be quite a little, you know, little ding dong here, little party going on. But the main thing is that we draw these first. So I think these are rather nice. So we need but we're going to use this just to give us the kind of the size. You know, we're not going to get bigger than that. So pop them there. So we got them for a bit of inspiration as well. I think that was the way around I drew it. Pencil, rubber. Definitely need a rubber. And then what we're going to do, rather than draw onto the stable, which would be a mistake, I'm going to take another little piece, another little quarter, so, like so, right? I take another little quarter, and I take another little bit of masking tape. Yeah, that's in the sale. I know. We just had a good look at the sale today and decided to get a bit keener. So watch this space. Dave says it's a leg cleek. C-L-E-E-K. Thank you. There you go. He was right. Okay. Should we draw these little fellas? Now let's see. Can we see these little fellas? Right. So we'll have a little look at these. Yeah. So you can see what you want to look at, right? Just to keep it simple. Just take a look at these. They're very 3-dimensional. But what I want you to see is See the fingernail? See the little golf ball on top? And what you're looking at, what gives these guys, the characters, two things. One, it's the little area between the hat here and this. It's that bit there. It's the divider. See? The headdress. It's that piece there. Without that, it doesn't look right. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is the crook. The crook's a piece of cake to draw. The crook's a piece of cake. So let's take a look now. See, it's that bit there. If I hold it up, it's the bit between, hang on, let me see if it, yeah, there you go. It's that little bit. Very easy. All right. Now let's give it a go. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and just for the sake of we're not going to use the picture in picture. We're just going to try doing it without anything. Just do two. If it gets good, we could do three. We'll draw a line. I haven't got my ruler. I've been so. Let's just draw. This is the base, so we don't want to go out beyond the stable. We'll do that. And then we'll go halfway. Let me just check what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So I just want to draw a line about there. That's going to be the top of the body. Let me just check. Oh, that's the top of the head as well. Okay. It's not halfway. I've gone too far. Let's go bang halfway. Right, that'll do. Okay, I don't want to make them too big. Otherwise, well, the bigger you make them, the further they come to the front. Put it that way. Okay, so that's the base. And we're going to do one thing. Let's just do a fingernail. And we'll do them leaning in. That's quite nice too. So let's just go. Don't overthink it. Just do a fingernail. Don't think about anything else other than the finger. Look, top of a finger. Finger. And we do one a bit fatter. How about that? There's the other finger. You could literally take your finger and draw around it. Okay, so we've got two. That's all right. That's the bodies. These are quite big now, aren't they? I've done these quite big, so you've got to get a head in there. These are going to be huge. Come to this line, grey. All right. That didn't go so well then. Oh, mother. Right, up we go. Going to go to there. Right, a bit. Just had a nail. Went to a nail bar. There you are. Okay, so now get your head in. Just do half a head. Do half a head. You could put the whole thing in, but let's just do half. It's easier like that. So you've got a little smiley face. You've got a nail. Okay. Don't press too hard, because then if you want to rub it out, it's harder. Right, now, what you want to do now is it's like another, look, just go up and over like that and then back down the other side. All right, don't overthink it. Go up and over, round the back and down the other side. That's all you got to do, like that. Do you know what I can see now? Now, isn't that interesting? See, I could go for this and say, these are arms, these are girls, that's their waist. Can you see what I see? Look, there's a dress. There's a dress. There's her arms. So now you could give her a little, I'm going for it here, just to see if you can see what I see. There's her neck. There's her head. And then there's her hat. Can you see it now? Look, I'll go a bit further. This has got nothing to do now with the shepherd. Look, just saying, what an easy way to draw a girl with a long dress on. Right, get it? Nail, top, half, hat. Okay, back to the shepherds. I digress. Just saying. Get rid of that. Right, okay. So now on this one, just do another repeat of that, but give it a little like that. Okay. So you've got two bits. There's that bit there and that bit there like that. Yeah. We can always open that up a bit. But now what you need is the top part of his head. So now you're going to pop that bit in there. That's the top part of his head. See? So there is his little face underneath. There's his body, like that. So you've got his... Right, and then what we're going to do now we've got that bit there, let's just shorten this up a bit. Can come in a bit further now. Right, so now you've done that. So what you could do now is take this and go like that, so it looks like a bit more of a headdress. So you can come right out like that, and then see, it's that bit's that's fine as long as he's got that bit there. So now look, we're getting a bit, see, and this one here, we could bring this out even further on this side, because this is where his crook, he's going to have a hand, say. So that, now bring this one out, right out like that. There, that's his cloak, you see? And then as long as this follows, there, see? So you come round like that. Listen, there are no experts in this building. Do you think I've done this before? Oh yeah, I spent years perfecting how to draw shepherds. There you go. So we've got two shepherds like that. They've both got really lovely headdresses on. It's been a bit cold. It is December after all. Right, so we've got, and then here, see, we could bring this arm out a bit if you wanted to, although this is the simple, this is Mark 1, isn't it? So I would say, right, still don't look too much like a shepherd, but as soon as you do this, look, shepherd, irrefutable, no doubt about it. Right, here's another one. Up we go. There's his shepherd's crook, and straight away it's obvious who he is. And then you got your, and then if you wanted to, right, because it's quite cold, so now if you wanted to, you could bring that down a little bit further, so his head's a little bit more, try not to make it look too much like a sou'wester. No, there you go. So he's a bit different to this one, and then that comes around like that, and there you go, we're getting there now. And if you think that these are a bit big, right, then just thin them out a bit. Look, bring him in like that, bring him in like that. It's a bit thinner. Well, actually, it's just part of the outfit. There you go. It's got a cloak within a cloak now. See? Neck line. Shepherds, here we come. Look, they've been following that star. They're quite good. So I wonder if I took out that line there and pop that in there like that, I wonder if this would, yeah, a little bit some and some, isn't it? It looks a little bit too, see, but once you've got the shape in, you can start to change it a bit, can't you? Here we are. There. Okay, that'll do. Now, sheep. How are your sheep doing? Are you good at drawing lambs and sheep? Well, let's give it a go, okay? I think we could give it a go. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just see if I can find, bear with me, I'm just going to look to see if I have got les agneaux. There they are. Thank you, Jim. Just put them up. Right. So we're still working on the simple ones, but I'm quite liking these. I think I like those better. I think they look better, but there's always a way. Always the first time is better. Right, now let's try the sheep. So the sheep, let's do the head. Okay, so these sheep here, they look more like dogs. Dave was very quick to point out, Mr. Shepherd, right? He was very quick to point out, he said the sheep look more like dogs. Sheep's ears, lamb's ears point upwards, he told me. I said, okay. So then I took his advice and I made my ears point upwards. Okay, so let's give it a go. let's give it a go. So all we want to do then is let's take, let's do this. Let's take, he's looking down, but his ears are up. So we're going to go like that and heads like that. Okay, so like a little, and then I think I'll bring the neck round and I'll put the ear up. It's not over yet, so don't start saying it doesn't look like a sheep. I know that. Don't start. Looks more like a donkey. It's okay. He's got a tiny little tail, and then he's going to come round like that, and then we'll give him legs, and the legs are going to be, the legs are what's going to define the sheep. So we go round like that. Let's get the legs in. I told you you're going to need this. His head looks rather large for his little body. So there you go. So let's make his, go round like that. Round he comes like that. Ears like that. Oh, this is looking quite good, Dave. Little tiny tail. They docked him yet? There you go. See? I'm saying that that's not bad. I'm saying that's pretty good. So there's his one leg, and then it's going to go up and round. And there's his little tail. His body looks a little bit... Does that look wrong? No. Sometimes you just have to try a few times. And then suddenly it hits and you go, yeah, I think his tail's a bit wrong. Right, come on. I want to see these sheep. Don't worry about the tail for now. Let's sort this out, and then we'll sort the little tail. There you go. No, that's not right. Right, front end's fine. Front end's good. Front end's good. Back end bit ropey. Okay, round it goes. Little tail. Oh, I know what it is. He hasn't got a leg joint. That's why he looks like he's got no leg joint. He's got no bend in his legs. Look, because they would, wouldn't they? They'd have a little bend like that. Hey, there you go. Bend of leg. That's more like it. Like that. Like that. And when the front legs bend, let's have a look. Do they bend? No, they bend that way, don't they? Which way do they bend? Well, there's only one thing for it. I'm going to look up what a lamb. Let me see which way his legs bend. Oh, okay. So his legs bend that way. That way. Is that right? All right, well, that's good to know. So the legs go that way on it. I wonder if that looks right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look bad. Okay. Prancy, but yeah, okay. Ear, eye. Let's put an eye in. That'd help. Got a little nose, isn't it? Right. That'll do. I prefer this one. I still haven't had time. I like that one a lot. I still haven't had time to find the donkey and the oxen yet. I haven't got there yet. That one's better. I think what we ought to do is draw about 5 of them and then take the best of 5. Right, this is your homework, friends. Look up a lamb, look up a sheep or a lamb, and then we're going to draw the best of 5. Okay. What do you think of that idea? Practice, practice, practice. And you'll know when you get it right. You'll know immediately. You'll go, nailed it. No tracing, though. No tracing of the lamb. And we'll do 5 of them. I've got 3 here, but they look like dogs, according to Dave. See, that one should be easy to do. Sitting down. And then you could just put his ear up there like that. All you got to do is change the ear direction, apparently. Hey? So that one, see, and if you don't like it that way around, just turn him round. I think I think that looks like a sheep, but the ear looks like a dog's ear. What do we think? So if you, let's just try that then. Let's just try it. Look, it's sitting there. So we go like, I need a bit of, if I put a bit of white underneath it, like now, that's better. Let's see. If I go, right, so it's going to be head, body, legs, like that. Sheep's head is a little bit different though, isn't it? It's more like that, I think. That's a bit dog, like a dog. Do that, and it comes round like that. I mean, it's a, right, and then it comes, you know, and if all else fails, it can always can always be the camel. You know what? This is starting to look more like the camel. That head's a bit dodgy. The body's all right. It's the head's a bit weird. Right, okay, we're getting there now. Right, there's a little tail. Right, body, head. See, the head's on a... They kind of... I spend a lot of time looking at them in the fields because Dave's always pointing them out. See? So you've got his ears are like... They're like that, aren't they? Getting there now. There, little tail. I think so. It's not bad, a bit more like a goat than a... It's the ears, isn't it? So the ears like go like that, don't they? There you are. Hit it. Hit the nail on the head. The ear goes like that. There you are. Put the eye in, that will help. There. Rocking. It's a sheepdog. There you are. There's his legs. I'm happy with that one. That'll do. That'll do. Right. Okay. Best of 5. Best of 5. This is your homework, friends. I want you to draw 5 little lambs, 5 little sheep, okay? And then post said sheep, post those sheep. We haven't even thought about the sheep. Post the sheep on Clarity Worldwide, and let's have a look at your sheep. That would be brilliant. I think we could have some fun with this. So let's have a look. I've got 2 shepherds and and 2 sheep, and I think I might do a 3rd shepherd just because I'm in the mood here for the 3rd shepherd. Right, so I've got to do one more. Go up to that area there, down to there like so, straight across the bottom, then half a head, and then we're going to make the, there you go, right, and then we're going to bring that up there like so, bring that down round like so, and then that's his, and then I think it's too much of his face showing, so I'm going to bring him in darker, bring him up like that, bring him in. I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to cut that off like that. At this point, I'm beginning to think maybe I should have cut the conversation shorter with Mark and done a bit of prep. No, come on, Barbara. That's it. That's his head. That's his headdress. Round it comes. See, and little neck, head, like that. Up come the... So this is where the... See, where you've done that, those little marks like that, that's where the folds come, see? So you've got his little neck. And up comes the crook. And until you put that in, he could be anybody hanging out with these guys. As soon as you do that, he's in. It's interesting. There you go. Nice. I like. Got a bit of folding. And no, we're not going to do the kindling. You must be joking. Well, you could, if you were feeling like it. There. Don't they look lovely though? Hey? I think they're really, really good. I like them a lot. So, that's good. Do you think they got beards? These shepherds? Now, let's see. So those are the two original ones that went with these. They work well together. That little set there is going well together. See, one of the things that I did talk about was when you do these little pictures, it's about different styles, isn't it? And so what you'll notice is these styles, they're quite simple, and they were the ones that we talk about, fingernails. See, but when you go to this one here, you see how we've got more folds going on here. We started with the more of the folds, didn't we? And really, these ones, they're kind of between those and those, aren't they? They're sort of in between. So you can easily take these ones here and you can modify them to look like this style. It's quite easy to do. So if, for example, we were to take this one now, because I think we've got the right size. I think we've got the right sort of size. So now, see the way we did this? We could exactly the same now. We could take this and we could turn it over. But you've got to be happy with your lines. You've got to like what you've done here if you're going to transfer it. Do you see what I mean? So, for example, if this is coming around like that, I'm going to take that off there like that. That'll do. Right, so you've got to like what you're transferring. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Okay. So that one's got a bit of a better there, a bit more square rather than all round and flowing. So if you take that now, and let's take a bit of copy paper, because I'm keeping all them separate as well. I'm not going to add I'm not adding the shepherds to this picture because these are my composition here. And also what I'm doing is, you see, all these ones I'll pop in there. So all this Mary and Joseph, all those elements are in there. All the shepherds and the sheep, they're all going to be in this one. So if I take this one now, so I drew it like that. Oh, I drew it like that. So if I turn it over now, that's it. Now we transfer. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking these guys. I'm going to pop that on there like so. So I've taken half a bit of copy paper. I've taken a bit of copy paper, folded it in half. Now I'm going to take my pencil. Yeah. They're going to be nice when they're done. I think what's important is that you don't fear doing this stuff, you know. Look, I'm not worried about it. I've got 150 odd people watching me draw some shepherds and a couple of sheep, and I'm not nervous, not at all. I'm among friends. I've got nothing to prove, you know. I'm not being judged. There are no judges in this room. We've talked about that so many times, and I'm the only one that's on display. You're not on display. You're not on display. Not like me. All you've got to do is just get a bit of paper and a pencil and have a go, you know. Got nothing to lose. And who knows, it might be absolutely brilliant, you know, because it's not over. It's not over until it's over, and it certainly ain't over yet. And what we're going to do now is take these little guys. I like that shape. I like these. Okay. And Ken's doing a song again, is he? Oh, right. And what I'll do though is I'm going to transfer the graphite. So I'm putting some. See, what I'm doing is I'm putting some lead on the back, but of course it's transferring it to here. So now I'm getting the shape, see, and I'm putting the shape in here like so, and it's just enough to be able to reconstruct this in a minute. So when I lift this up now, see, he's there. He's exactly where I need him to be. And his little head is there too. So let's take this one. See, so what I'm saying to you is, and the reason we're going on the back here as well, is when we go to put our composition together, okay, so when I say, okay, now it's time to introduce the shepherds into the nativity scene, right? We can flip him, we can flip him, we can, you see, because you've got lead or graphite now on both sides. So that means if I want to turn him round, I can turn him round. I've got lead on both sides of the tracing paper. Yeah, you see? So this is like working with a stencil. You've got a double-sided image. That's really a cool thing, you know. Let's have a look. And if it's not quite the way you'd like it, do you know what this is? It's a bit of paper. That's all it is. It's just a piece of paper. There. And what I'm doing now, there you go, I've got 3 of them there. And I'm going to stick the sheep in as well. Yeah, do you know what? He's not bad. He's not bad at all. A little tail. That'll do. Eye. This one's a bit ropey. What am I leaning on here? What have I got under here? I've got something under there that's making... It's like the princess and the pea. I've got something under there that I'm trying to draw on. It's like a granular thing. So tomorrow, friends, right, I hope you're going to be around. At 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, Paul and I are going to be leaping into action at work. And yeah, we've got some really cool stuff. It's going to be like high energy tomorrow. Sale. It's sale time. Okay. It's Black Friday or it's Grey Friday. And it's going to be sale time at 10 o'clock. Irresistible prices. We're going to be shining a light on loads of beautiful stamps. And I'm going to be just powering through samples, artwork, showing you beautiful examples. You know, it's going to be like an amazing gallery of fabulous artwork and stamps at incredible prices. It'll be really interesting. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I think you'll enjoy it. If you don't have time to join us live, then you can always go to the Clarity website and you can watch us on catch up. And when you go to the front page of just a little sneak peek, if you go to the front page, the guys have, there's a banner, a really bold banner, Black Friday or Grey Friday, it says, right? Stamps, 60% off, plus your discount. So that's where you want to go and have a look. If you're a stamper like me, I think you will be blown away by the prices. Okay, so that's something to have a look at, because Black Friday, Grey Friday, it's here. There we are. And then all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get in really close on these, and then I'm going to enjoy. Do you know what? I'm really into this now. Let's have a look. So now all I need to do, because I've got my shape. I've got my shape. I like the way I've done his. See? And I've got my, yeah, you see? Now I can get my crook in, can come down there. And because I transferred it, I didn't waste the drawing on the other side, you see? So I've got him in there like that. And then you can start shading if you like, just like we did with the other guy. Look, see? So now he starts to look a little bit in the same. It's when you start putting the shadow in and then you put a little bit of detail in and a few folds. It's all about the folds. So let's say where we just did fingerprint like that. So let's do this now. Let's just take a couple of these out now. See what happens if I come in like that. And then I just put a little bit of, so here we go. So he's going to put a bit of a fold in there now. And then maybe round the top here. Just take that there off there. You just do one. There you go. So we bring that round, and then we'll bring he's got not a scarf. There. Boom. So now we've brought this round because it's going to be quite cold there. There. It gets cold in the desert in the winter, in the evenings, doesn't it? So now we've got him going. See what I'm doing? So we've got that lovely. There, you see how that changes it? I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, there you go. So you've got a bit of a shading opportunity. That's all I've done. It's like when you do groovy and you get cutting opportunities, you know. And here what we're doing is we're giving ourselves a shading opportunity. I like that. There's his neck. So his headdress covers his head really, like that. Around it comes. Now you start to build up the shadow. So you just add a little bit of shadow. I don't want to rush it because I want to enjoy it. You can get a bit of that edge around there. There you go. And then you can use your pencil, you see, to really highlight the shade. So you're going to get a bit of shadow in there. There's going to be a bit of shadow in there. Just have a look first where you want the shadow to be. I think it would probably be down there a little bit, in there. Right, and then just use your highlights and lowlights. See, you can use your eraser to go in there now, because it's going to be quite dark in there. And then if you wanted to do a second line on your crook, it needs to be quite thin though, that, doesn't it? A bit thick there, Grey. There, see? So you come round. Keep your eye on the road ahead. You remember the old biking trick? There we are. So now we're going to put a bit of shadow behind there. There. And now it's starting to come together. Maybe on his hat, on his headdress there. Back down there. So the light's going to hit that area there. That's going to stay light. But I think we'll add a little bit of depth in there. A little bit of shadow. He's filthy, dragging through the mud. There you go. It's very sandy. There. Okay. You can take a different pencil. Maybe have I got a softer pencil? Oh yes, I do. A 2B. 2B or not 2B? See, it's a softer, so it's blacker. See? As soon as you add a... Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Changes it completely. Soft, black. See? Press hard, I can really get a lovely effect going. Put the shadow around there. Oh, moody, eh? There you go. And low. While shepherds watch their socks. What is it? Wash their flocks? There we are. See? And that's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 looking good. There. When we were at the open days on in November, I do hope that you come to the open days, the Christmas open days. We sang carols. It was so cool. We ought to send out the carol booklets. Really, they were so well received. They were like little colouring books, weren't they? Nice. There you go. And now he's up part of the team. Look, isn't he? Nice. Put a bit of black in that one, and there you go. I'm happy with that. I've done 1 out of 3, and I'm going to do a few more lambs. I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. There. It's going to make a nice set of stamps, this is, isn't it? Eventually. Eh? I think that came out nice. Thank you very much for your company. It's already gone 8 o'clock. What can I say? I can't see how many of you are here, but I know that I've been in very good company and I've enjoyed it. And I'm sorry I wasn't as well prepared as I usually am, but there you go. I think you've got the idea. You got the idea where we're headed, and yeah, he came out nice in the end, the shepherd. So I've got my work cut out for me. Now let me think, just to give you the heads up in case you're not around tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, it's going to be Selly Telly all the way. Forgive us, but it's needs must. So it's 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Then on Saturday, it's going to be the online workshop with myself. I think we start, I won't say what time. It's either 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock. But that's fine. Okay. And then if you're joining me, just check the letter. I will do too. I'll be there, don't you worry. And we're going to be doing the viaduct, which would be fabulous. And then on Sunday, 3 to 5 o'clock, Paul and I are going to be keeping you company again on Clarity Live TV. So that's Clarity Social again, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Now, what is it we're doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be so... I was so chuffed. I had an epiphany. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy. It's December the 1st. We've got lots of new stuff. Just some really nice, not big bundles, just a really nice little set. I think you'll enjoy it. We drew this in the SHAC a year ago, and now he's coming back to play with us. So I think you'll enjoy that. See if you can guess. Other than that, yeah, and then Monday, full on Selly Telly. So I'm thinking on Monday, if it's okay with you, because we've got to push this through right now. So bear with me. Monday we won't do the shepherds or the three wise men, because I'll be pretty pooped by then, and we're going for a sales drive. So I'll be here at 10 o'clock, and the SHAC slot will be, it's a groovy slot, actually. If I'm not mistaken, we've got some beautiful groovy bundles at an inordinately good price. And that will be on, because it's Grey Friday. Okay, it's the sale. And then once that's over, then we can relax, and then we can sort out the Nativity again. Okay, so we'll be back on Thursday and doing that. There you go. Just needed to say that. 12 o'clock tomorrow. Is that right, Julie? Are we doing 12 o'clock tomorrow too? I know it's 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I think on Monday it's 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I think Monday we're going for it, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. Do us a favor, sign up for the newsletter, and then you'll always know what we're doing. And maybe you can tell me. If I'm not mistaken though, Julie, I know you just texted me. I think tomorrow's 10 and 2, and then Monday's 10, 12 and 2. But at this stage, I don't even know what my name is. Bra, bra. Okay, I'm going now. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for joining.